a lock, I'm telling you. I bought 500 shares myself. Look. What else are you going to do with your Social Security check? Mrs. Ryan? Have a nice life. You look like crap. Did you get 3 hours last night?
2.
I hope it involved a redhead named Lola.
Pepperwall plastic. I've done 10 years of quarterlies. I'm telling you, it's bucks.
Oh, too bad it's not on our sell list.
See, that's why in 6 months you'll still be cold calling?
Yeah, and you'll be back milking cows in Nebraska.
North Dakota and its horses.
You milk horses?
Great day.
Talk to me, Ditto. Boy, your tool.
Down to 16.5. Susan, I want that block trade done at 11:30.
Wisconsin Met.
You're wrong. I don't care if the market's down, people. We're buying.
Ditto, I need your eyes on this one.
What you got?
He was 12 years old. He invested his allowance, hedged interest rate derivatives against the Deutschmark, and treated his whole Cub Scout troop to a week at Disney World.
I'd be impressed if I understood a single word of that.
He's a genius.
I'd be more impressed if his granddaddy didn't own the joint.
I'm going to talk to him.
Whoa. Carson Penn. The first rule of surviving Merriweather. Let them know your name. Let them know your face, but never, I repeat, never, let them put the two together.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, sure. And I hear it's lovely in Montana this time of year.
I'm from North Dakota.
Yeah, verdict on Dalton's Egg. The dog has raised bail yesterday. Hey, what about Nucci Company?
Buy this one. Get it at 7, actually. Yeah.
Mr. Roberts.
That's my grandfather. Call me Ditto.
Sorry, my name's Carson Boyd.
Boyd of 1,000 calls.
Yes, I'm very interested about stock.
Pepperwall Plastics. I got all your messages. It's canine, Boyd. PE's down and sinking. Market share's dropped every quarter for the last 3 years.
Brandman Dairy, will she float?
She'll fly. Grab all you can. Oh, little rule to remember. 99% of success in the street is showing up on time, okay? Keep swinging, rookie. Even Bucky Dent cleared the fences once.
Oh, come on.
Bucky Dent?
You're 20% into small caps. That's right, more than that would be suicide. Right. The Manolos, what else? I'll see you tonight.
So, how was Yoko's party?
Scale of 1 to 10? 7. A couple of the Baldwin brothers were there.
Oh, Steven's my favorite.
Bowie, Trump, the usual suspect.
Yeah, the rag said his honor was there.
He spent 3 hours talking to Connie Chung and then said, I can't believe a sweetheart like that broke up the Beatles.
Oh, to live your life for about 1 day.
And believe me, babysitting the high net worth crowd ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Alison Jeffers' office.
So the Kaiser topped himself this morning.
Yeah, nothing like a belly full of bull to start the day.
Maggie Tennington wants to invade Principal.
For a change, I'll call her back.
I got some news.
We got it.
Would you mind?
Oh, no, Maggie says she'll just die without that new Ferrari.
Thanks. We got it. We are on our way.
My name is Philip Royce. I'm calling, sir, today to offer you an exciting investment opportunity. You're kidding? No, I lost my right arm in Nam. Yeah, sure. Why would you want to move out of your hovel?
See that? We're stuck here. Well, he's handing her the next .com IPO.
She's got better legs.
Ladies and gentlemen, consider the Brazilian bonds.
I'm not worthy.
No, you're not worthy, Peter.
Next with snake oil, huh?
No, actually, it was a hell of a deal for the Rossi brothers. Once you extrapolate interest rates 10 years into the future.
Wait, they understood that?
After 3 hours on the phone every day for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's a shame.
Are you nuts? The bonus on this will put furniture in those 10 empty rooms on which I just spent half of my life savings.
Well, I was just thinking how much we could have pocketed if we didn't have to split it.
Hartman came through.
With flying colors.
22 inches in 4 weeks.
And I care that it's snowing halfway around the world because...
Rain. You gotta think global, my friend.
Hey, Carson, do you realize that the average millionaire in New York City is 27 years old?
Your point?
They didn't get there watching cold fronts in Southeast Asia.
No, because they kept all the good deals for themselves.
So we're really gonna do it?
It kicks in 6 months from today.
So it must be true.
What's that?
The whole fairy godmother thing. First the loan, and now for icing, I get to kick the man's butt around the block a couple of times in the Bridgewater deal.
The man?
Lasky.
Hunter Lasky, I'd watch my back.
Please, Bridgewater's buying Leon's home appliance chain. 6-figure fee, I could do it in my sleep.
Sometimes I think I should have gone into M&A.
M&A, I thought they said TNA.
Just keep your eye on Lasky.
This is blood in the water, babe.
The point is, we're talking November wheat. We buy today, you'll send me a dozen roses Tuesday, hotter than a firecracker. I don't know, wheat for pizza, bagels, Pop-Tarts for crying out loud. It all comes down to government subsidies. Bullseye, and who in their right mind doesn't like Pop-Tarts? You are my hero, Herb. What, are you kidding me? Yellow. What the hell would I do with red roses?
Meyerbaum?
Half a yard November wheat, not to mention his 100 G's in the great state of Idaho.
Good for you. Takes a tough lady to sell a cold potato.
Don't start with me, Ditto.
Financing's a go.
I said don't.
Come on. We've been talking about this for how long?
No, Dick. You've been talking. Marty, Corey, Allison, I haven't been talking. For me, it's a whole other ball game. Risking everything for some pie-in-the-sky pipe dream seems just a little pot-so to me. Capiche?
I lost.
Damn straight.
I'll be back.
You forget about price earnings.
The hell?
I gotta go, Ma. Get up, man. It's the Kaiser.
Twice in one day?
Nine-foot steel.
7 1/8, up a quarter, sir. Let's go!
Why don't you go home and sleep it off?
Okay.
Yeah, until the Kaiser hears you snoring. Look, if you won't go home, at least go down to 20 and catch a couple Z's.
20?
Yeah, half the floor's in Zurich on that debt swap, the other half's being painted. I sacked that down there last week.
Yeah?
Don't worry, I'll cover if anybody comes a calling.
Tuesday night. No, I was the handsome devil in the blue suit. The John Lobb loafers. You loved them? Right, right. Well, I was thinking a bottle of Cristal, Lutece. Where else? I'll call you back.
I heard rumors, Mr. Granville.
Sir?
Rumors that you'd sold $10 million worth of Brazilian bonds.
15% profit, sir.
You are aware that we've been trying to unload that stash for 6 months.
Well, right place, right time. The Rossi brothers were cash heavy.
Sounds like you're planning a celebration. At Lutece.
Oh.
Use my table. I'll have my girls set it up.
Kent closed Antec. And Decker swears this Bridgewater deal is going to close by this afternoon, so.
Tell me about the Brazilian bonds.
Sold at long last. Rossi brothers threw $10 million at him. You knew that.
Tell me about the fellow who sold them.
Corey Granville. You knew that, too.
What I want to know is how. 20 men have been trying to unload those bonds for 6 months now. Why is it that only Mr. Granville succeeded?
He's Gates. Harvard.
Harvard? 3 guesses how that happened.
Top of my class.
Must have been quite a class.
Let me ask you something, Robbie. Did you suppose Sam and Joe Rossi would have purchased those bonds if they were sitting across the table from our Mr. Granville?
Why don't we invite them all to the club and we'll find out?
We're only thinking of Corey and his future, some of our clients.
Our clients? You married my sister, for Christ's sakes.
That's true. I wasn't lucky enough to be born into it.
The point is, Corey closed a deal that nobody else could.
The point is, there's a glass ceiling on Mr. Granville's future at Meriwether. As long as he recognizes that and accepts it, all will be well.
Once you're in Zurich, it's not the worst gig in the world.
What, do you want to do debt swaps?
Point taken.
They're at the table 2 days max, and they're off to the Alps, to the eyeballs, and ski bunnies named Ingrid.
This is one of Ditto's gags.
He'll be here. Who talked to Marissa?
Oh, you mean Chicken Little? Stuck with the Kaiser, sorry. Okay.
So that's it?
One new business line of credit effective 6 months from today.
$4 million?
10. Provided we can prove that our collective net worth has increased by 20%.
Oh, it's a piece of cake.
Kind of intimidating.
The future always is.
You can start looking for office space tomorrow. I know a guy who specializes in that.
6 months from now? No need to rush.
Hey, early bird gets the best lease. Until then, we bust our asses, right?
And collect our year-end bonuses. You know, I might actually miss this place.
Don't. Guys, here's to getting our acts together and taking them on the road.
Damn it, Leon, we've got a contract. We established the price 6 months ago.
You're screwing with me here, Leon. Ain't America great? Me and you could sit across the table, you and your Briones, me and my Foot Locker, and we could handle like 2 rug salesmen in a Casbah. You got any water? Whatever you got on taps, good.
Leon sales have doubled since we signed the contract. His inventories have doubled. Why shouldn't he be compensated accordingly?
I'll tell you why, Mr. Lasky. Because I've got 24 lawyers across the street, trigger fingers on their laptops.
Perhaps we should look at the contract that was drafted by those very same trigger fingers. Go to page 46, paragraph 16B. I quote, "The price per share shall be renegotiated in good faith if factors outside the control of either party shall substantially alter the value of the assets therein."
Force majeure. Now, that is for earthquakes, for Christ's sake. That's locusts, hurricanes.
Well, I felt a drop, son. What do you say we take a break? We'll consider your proposal, and let's meet again tomorrow around 10.
Boom! What? Look, if you really want to talk to him about Pepperwall, what's the point? I'm just saying, if you wanted to, he hangs out at Hartley's bar after work.
And you know that because...
You know when it's hailing in Mongolia, I know something that's actually useful.
Bonjour!
Hold it, okay?
Hartley, sir.
I'm glad you're still here, Robbie. We have a small problem.
A little birdie told me that the Agriculture Department's quarterly report is going to indicate that a severe glut of orange juice will occur over the next several months.
We don't have any, OJ. Wait a minute. The ag report's not due till next week.
At which time the price of juice will probably drop precipitously.
And our $7 million investment goes down the crapper with it.
Is that right? So who are we dumping this for? My guess, D.C. For this kind of risk, probably somebody pretty high up, Senate, Cabinet.
Not your concern.
You know what? I think I hear my phone ringing.
When will you grow up? Only a child would think that the world doesn't work with a wink and a nod and a handshake between old pals, smoking goibas and sipping Grand Marnier behind closed doors.
And when the SEC knocks on those doors, things tend to get a bit hinky.
What a waste.
Stop, CJ. Just have somebody sell the damn juice. Not all at once. 3 million tomorrow, 4 on Thursday.
He's wrong.
He's not wrong.
I do this for a living, remember? There's no logical reason to dump orange juice now. It's up and rising fast.
What if I told you the Agriculture Department's report says otherwise?
I'd ask what days I could visit you at the federal pen. Whoa. He put the firm at risk?
Yeah, one of his Washington cronies needs to get out of a dog. The Kaiser puts up enough hoops in front of the SEC so they won't notice, or if they do, they can't prove anything.
And you're going to help him?
Of course not.
Huh? No harm, no foul then.
Really? So this is the way you want to do business?
I don't do business like that. Look, Ditto, I'm going to sit in my office. I'm going to keep my blinders on. I'll close a deal here and there.
You work here. You're part of it.
I am from a different world, okay? Can't you get that through your skull? When I put my head on the pillow at night, I don't have to dream. Do you know why? Because I'm already living it. Merriweather is not a stepping stone for me. It is the end of the line. I got a great apartment, great clothes, and I can take care of the things that I need to take care of.
Such as?
No offense, but that's really none of your business. I love you like a brother did, but you really got to stop bugging me on this, okay? Hi, it's me. How's she doing?
Shaken, not stirred.
Hey, Carson Boyd, right? Sit down, man.
This is a coincidence?
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were stalking me.
Sorry, you're not my type.
I'll drink to that. So how long you been in Alcatraz?
Training program started 6 months ago.
Strangling to get out, right? What the hell? We all went through boot camp dreaming about billion-dollar murders.
When I was 6, my dad took me east. We took a tour of the exchange.
Yeah, it's been in your blood ever since, huh?
It's not about the money. It's about being at the heart of the world.
The money's not bad either.
Merriweather Marks is the creme de la creme. I can't imagine why anybody would want to work anywhere else.
Even when the yahoos on 21 ignore your phone calls?
We were busy.
Mr. Roberts. How goes it, Mr. Roberts? Buy low, sell high.
You see, that's why you're in the game and I only write about it.
Carson Boyd, be Johnny Walker, an ink-stained wretch of the Financial Times.
Boyd. Never heard of you.
Are you kidding me? You want to know about plastics? You talk to Boyd.
Really? Maybe you should take him with you. I'll take that as a confirmation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can read all about it on tomorrow's front page.
We're on the front page of the paper is what the solution is.
I want to know how it got out.
What's the difference now? How bad is it, did? Well, Walker's got everything. He's got our names, financing, the works.
Oh, look, we can always deny it and beg for our lives.
Or we close this sucker right now. Don't look back.
Reality, Ditto, we're not prepared for this. The loan doesn't kick in for 6 months.
You know as well as I do, the Kaiser's going to can us before he finishes his morning cappuccino.
Yeah, most of us anyway.
No. We still have time to send out our resumes.
Sure, we can do that. Or we take control of our lives once and for all.
No disrespect, Dit, but you are not exactly in the same boat as the rest of us. I mean, my trust fund's just about tapped out.
You don't know my family.
So, how'd you sleep?
Sleep? What's that?
Did you know that there's actually a channel 94?
That's the sex channel.
Yes, that is the sex channel.
Kids, get a while of time. I say for you, black nurse Traeger.
What is it they say about a guy with a really big apartment?
Says that he had a really big paying gig once.
Good morning. Front page.
Below the fold. Young Turks Revolt, that's catchy.
This is a very different economic climate than when Merriweather and Marks shook hands and formed what would later become the most powerful financial institution on the street. It makes one wonder if there are brains at work here or an organ a little more south of the border.
Well, he's not exactly wrong, you know.
Marty's got Bridgewater. We call the rest of our clients. We're going to be fine.
Hey, Dad, how about this? The first one to bill, say, 6 figures, gets the corner office. When we have the pleasure.
Ready? Go.
Michael is Allison Jeffrey. I want to talk to you about
I already had the corner office.
Everybody's time.
Front page. Right. Should have been the obits.
I'll never get why they left.
You know what? I give them 3 months tops. Boyd. Kid.
Right away. Kaiser wants to see me. Maybe he read my memo on Pepperwell Plastic.
Whoa. You sent it to the Kaiser?
Who knows? Maybe Ditto sent it to him as a going-away present before he bailed. The old man probably wants to applaud my initiative.
Yeah.
You're Boyd.
Yes, sir. Carson Boyd.
Sit. I presume you have read today's Financial Times.
Yes, I know Pepperwell's down, but my projections are saying...
What makes this company the most successful company on the street, Mr. Boyd? Loyalty. The big fish must have confidence in the little fish. Confidence that everyone is working toward a common goal.
Sir,
We've checked the telephone records of every member of the firm.
It appears, over the past few weeks, you called my brother-in-law nearly 24 times.
Yes, about a potential investment. Pepperwell Plastic.
The fact is, I can no longer trust you, Mr. Boyd, which means you are no longer welcome at Merryweather Marks.
Sir, I'm in the training program. I had nothing to do with...
Damn it, Boyd, this isn't a democracy. The cleaning woman saw you. Case closed.
You're fired, Mr. Boyd.
Elliot, would you please escort this gentleman to the street?
Hey, there he is. You two know each other?
Sure. You better watch out, Hal. Your 2 lumps of sugar are going to be on tomorrow's front page. I want to know your source.
You know I can't tell you that.
Hal, I'm just going to go wait at the bar.
No need. Some of us actually have to work for a living. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too, John. Take care.
Good luck to you, Mr. Decker.
Well, I put Leon off till 1. I figured you'd needed time to shower and shave and buy yourself a desk.
I would have told you how, but
None of my business. None of my business. My business is closing this Leon deal.
And at what price are we going to close it?
Whatever the SOB wants.
I'm telling you, Hal, it is not worth 42.
Today, maybe.
We're not talking about GM here, Hal. Leon sells TVs, VCRs. There is no
He's
way.
also taken a giant leap into the future. Wireless communication, my friend.
If you're talking about Leon's application to the FCC for a cell on that new satellite, it doesn't have a shot in hell of being approved. Walker just did a spread on satellite communications.
In which he became quite friendly with Alvin Barsky from the FCC.
They're going to approve Leon's
Well, actually, it's the company's application. And if it's granted, I will be given 50,000 new mobile phone numbers. Average income $50 per month per phone. 42 bucks a share sounds pretty good now, doesn't it?
You know, using Walker's tip isn't exactly legal.
I won't tell if you won't.
Crown Regent.
I assume Leon's FCC app was a prime topic of conversation.
Before, during, and after his eggs quarantine.
I never trust a man who puts spinach in his eggs.
That's funny. Bridgewater told me never to trust a man who likes to take a stroll through the park in the middle of a workday.
What did you tell him?
Exactly what you told me to tell him.
And he bought it?
He bought that and breakfast both.
That's good. That's good. Thanks very much, John.
No, thank you. Not often I hit the front page. By the way, how in the world do you know these kids were going to leave Merriweather, Mark?
Now, if I gave you my quid, would I ever get any quo? Have a good day. Thanks again.
Hell with roses, Herb. You should buy me an SL. Oh, you're at it. You could toss in a diamond Rolex. Son of a gun sold the juice. Who's a lucky schmuck with a ticket to Leavenworth?
A complete list of all their clients. I've made preliminary calls to them, but a little follow-up wouldn't hurt. You know, reassure them we're still here.
Yeah?
There's a Miss Rufo here to see you.
Oh, Jay. Oh, yes, send her in. Miss Rufo, I've been meaning to call you.
I believe there's been a mistake.
I wanted to thank you.
Sir?
I know of your friendship with my grandson and the others. Your loyalty in choosing to stay with Merriweather is greatly appreciated.
Sir, there were orange juice
I
futures.
want to assure you that such loyalty will be handsomely rewarded come bonus time.
Now, what was that about orange juice?
Nothing. Just an error in accounting. They credited a sale to me by mistake. I'll talk to them.
No need. I'll take care of it.
Thank you. Back to work.
Mr. Roberts' office.
You think we're okay?
Absolutely. She's a lifer. She needs us.
Good.
Oh, boy. It's like killing your firstborn.
Being highly compensated for it.
Hey, it's a comedian. You got a comedian on your side, Hal.
Well, what's it all worth if you can't laugh at her, huh?
Yeah, this one, a smile might give him a coroner.
Dow hits 15, you'll see nothing but teeth.
Dow hits 15, we're all off to Aruba.
Perhaps you should find an office first.
Better count your fingers, Hal.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. You take good care of my company.
I will. Thank you.
And you learn to handle.
Nothing beats doubling your money, huh?
There is one more thing, Hal.
Ah, yes. Fair compensation. So, you guys are busting cherry on me, huh? I'm honored. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Mr. Roberts, how are you?
Keeping well.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, well, you know, all those...
Are you alone?
Just waiting for Finnerty.
I don't expect he'll be joining you.
I just called him.
So did I. And here I thought the stupidity skipped a generation. Your father was born with his head up his ass.
Because he saw through you?
Because he never looked at me. It would be nice if the world were lemon drops and roses, but it's not, and I assure you, hiding your head in the sand won't make it so.
Is this really so different from what you did 50 years ago?
I wasn't selfish, Robbie. I didn't jeopardize my friends' futures to make some juvenile point.
They're adults. They make their own decisions.
I see. Of course, you didn't lead them to the cliff and give them just a nudge over the edge. I have news for you, Robbie. You're more like me than you care to admit.
And why does that scare me?
Fine. Just don't expect anything from me.
If you're referring to your money, sir, I don't want it.
You go through with this, you're not coming back.
I don't want to.
I mean 6 months from now, when you crash and burn.
I mean, ever.
This should keep you and your friends busy your first day on the job.
You suing us?
Give my best to your father. When he sobers up, that is.
He wants to put you out of business. He wants you back.
You know what's crazy? I actually wanted him to smack me on the back and say I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm proud of you if it makes any difference. You gave up what most people pray for.
Most people don't have a clue. Anyone who'd use money to justify his own personal misery is a
human
coward.
Yeah. I hate people like that.
Leon and Lasky, they set me up.
What about Walker?
SOB won't return my calls.
I'll call the FCC in the
You know,
morning.
I pay you for information, Marty.
And I told you that the company wasn't
You
worth...
should have told me the satellite app was rejected before we closed the damn deal.
How could I know that...
That is exactly my point. No. This isn't going to work.
16 deals. I have never let you down before. It won't happen again.
And you're not going to use my money to prove it. And don't go trying to cash that check. I already stopped it. And as soon as you leave here, I'm getting Lasky on the phone.
Damn it, Hal!
I want that son of a bitch on my side for a change. What are you looking at? Goodbye.
Mom,
You're late.
things got a little busy.
Well, I only hope they hold the reservation. So, did they finally listen to you about that company?
Pepperwell. Yeah. Sure, they couldn't believe I found it on my own.
Good. You'll have to tell me all about it at dinner. Let me just get my purse. Your daddy is going to be a player before you know it. We will be the talk of everyone back in rugby.
Thank you, Doug. Yes, send him up.
This is a mistake. You do not know him like I do.
For Christ's sakes, Marty, we have been through this already. You just lost our only client.
At least he had a client to lose.
Thank you.
The fact is, if Hal Bridgewater doesn't trust us, what client will? We're already the butt of every joke on the street.
That's why we need a rainmaker, somebody with his own client list, somebody outside the Kaiser's reach. He is the cause of all of our problems. Yeah, he's also responsible for 10% of Kensley's total billing last year.
It's moot anyway. He's never going to join us.
Look, we don't have any business, which means we don't exactly have a hell of a lot of choices. Thanks for coming, Hunter.
My pleasure.
Hello, all. Well, I have to say, what you people did took a lot of guts.
Why don't we just cut to the chase here? We'd like you to join us in our new venture.
As an equal partner, of course.
Of course.
Well, I can see that the vote wasn't unanimous. Well, be that as it may, I'm very flattered.
This is line of credit, effective 6 months from now. Central client list, blah, 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 blah.
All right. I'll review this.
We start looking for space tomorrow.
Why? So charming here. Just out of curiosity, this wouldn't have anything to do with Hal Bridgewater's call, would it?
Absolutely not.
You know, I learned something a long time ago. I learned that America is not about mom. America is not about baseball. America is not about apple pie. America is about ownership.
a very tempting offer. I hope you'll give me a couple of days. Besides, it would be so great to be on the same side of the table for a change, wouldn't it, Mr. Decker?
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
So life without a spine's not so terrible. I am such an ass.
There's a meeting. Ms. Rufo.
I'm with clients, Miss Rufo. You'll have to excuse me.
No, sir. I can't do that. You know, for the last 6 years, all I ever thought about was moving up to this floor. Not for the money, but the self-satisfaction of knowing that I made it to the top of a world I shouldn't even be a part of. But I realized something today. I do belong in this world. It's people like you who shouldn't be allowed in the damn elevator.
I'll see you tomorrow.
The hell you will. Tell me, what happened to the decency and dignity you said we were all entitled to?
Margaret, call. Are you sure you can afford to do this, Miss Rufo?
You know what? I can't. But whatever happens to me, at least I know I'm no longer for sale, sir. Sir. But there's a joke. Don't you have enough? Don't you have enough that you don't have to hurt people to get more?
Women in the workplaces. Getting awfully lonely in there.
I thought you were sleeping.
You know I can't sleep in an empty bed.
You leaked the story to Walker.
Oh, hell, come on.
I confided in you. Must have been nuts.
Hell, after all you've been through, I would never.
Stop, okay? These are my friends, Hunter. I don't want you screwing with them.
Me? If I'm not mistaken, they're not up to date with your darkest, deepest secrets.
Different.
Right. I'm not a threat. I'm not. This is the way I want you to look at it, because this is the way I look at it. I am your Aegis. I am your guide through the mire.
You're not going to join us.
Why not?
Reason number one, we're one step ahead of Chapter 11. Number two, there's nothing in it for you.
See, that's where you're wrong.
For once in your life, be straight with me. I mean, for once in your life, could you please just...
Time to call Tokyo.
Find out about pharmaceuticals,
That's what I'm talking
please.
about with this company. So what I'm saying to you is $42 a share. And Jay, I've got a company here for you. You don't even have to buy. I'm handing it to you on a silver platter.
Hey, Rook.
That's the name of it.
I'd ask you to sit, but, you know.
It's okay. So, why'd you call?
Straight to the point. No schmoozing. This Pepperwell Plastics of yours is bucks. Big bucks. Up 4 points and climbing. And what I want to know is what the hell you saw in this thing that I didn't.
Rain.
Rain.
In Malaysia, 30 days straight.
Well, Pepperwell's in Boston.
But they sell latex, which grows in Malaysia when it doesn't rain, that is.
So rain is bad for latex.
Yeah, 30 days straight is enough to wipe out an entire year's crop. Pepperwell's been stockpiling it. 20 warehouses.
And nowadays, whether you're flipping burgers or transplanting kidneys, you'll wear latex. Color me impressed. Well, we could use someone around here who watches the Weather Channel, you know. Shea Merriweather's got you for life.
I should go.
Sure, I understand, you know. Big money guy who can't really match Merriweather's paycheck. But just wanted to thank you. Your insight just paid our first month's rent on an office. When we find one, that is.
You actually bought Pepperwell?
I may be crazy, but I'm not nuts. Keep in touch, rookie.
Right, after Trojan. And then get back to Barney, Goldman Sachs, and find out about pharmaceuticals.
That's what I'm talking about with this company.
Could you
You're going to get this
hold on
company
one
$42 a share, and then... Hold, please.
You don't want to know. Come on, people. Let's make some green.
So what I'm saying to you is that if you buy this company now, you're going to call me...
Call me by 5 o'clock, and my fax number is 2...
Next week on Bull.
Who says blood is thicker than water?
I left the business, not the family.
To him, there's no difference.
And just how far will these hotshots go to get their first deal?
Need your special talents on this one. It's my job to close the deal, whatever it takes.
You left me as bait.
Bull, TNT's first original primetime series.
You want all the dirty details, do you?
The more lascivious, the better.
Next Tuesday.